Anyway, yeah, Jeff, you find yourself a archery coach. He suggests that if you're busy on the ninth day, you then spend the next week here studying.
Okay.
And then obviously you can then fit in other lessons as and when you're available.
How much would he charge for this?
Let me have a quick look.
5 million gold.
1,000 gold pieces.
20 platinum a day.
Plus a sock.
Yeah. A sock. Different sock every time. So help me, slightly similar.
25 gold a week.
10 weeks. Okay.
So it'll be 10 weeks to get fully to being able to use the bow. He's suggesting you take another week. A week after the party.
That's fine. So I'll pay. So after the party, I'll pay him 25 gold pieces and get 1/10 of the way there. Is that what we're saying?
Yes, that's it.
That's
yes.
fine. That's fine.
This does, however, mean for the rest of the party that you've got a week off in Waterdeep after the event, which means that you all can do some downtime activities.
Huzzah!
If nobody else has other things they wish to do,
Not for these 3 days, no. I also getting my hat up.
I didn't catch most of that except you're going to go pick your hat up.
That's
Yeah. When he comes down to the milliners, we go, who let this garden gnome from?
So you go and pick your hat up, and it looks exactly as you were expecting it to.
Yep. Pay him the other 5 gold.
He graciously accepts it and thanks you for your patronage.
Booyah. And I shall put in my inventory gnome hat.
It's amazing.
Okay.
I'm surprised she hasn't.
And he's already thinking of the spells he can cast on the gnome hat.
Time to put some enchantments on it.
If I could get that damn thing enchanted, I fucking would. But for now, I will be wearing this to the party, but it will look slightly different.
Can he cast a light on it so it just like lights up like a beacon or something?
Unfortunately, I don't have a light.
Ben says, now get a single glove.
Think of Curly.
So, it comes to the night of the 9th day of the 2nd week of Ches.
Okay.
The night of the spring equinox and the night of the party at the place that I should remember the name of because I'm the DM.
WDM.
The High House of Roaring Horn, which is
Roaring Horn.
yes, it's the home of the Roaring Horn family.
Can I do like a thingy check on this?
You certainly can do.
The thing is, I didn't. What do I need to check there? That's a problem.
That'd be history, wouldn't it?
It is a history check.
Got it. Boop.
No, you can't remember anything.
In fact, you've forgotten who you are.
Oh god. No, I think I spent. Actually, I spent more time staying out of nobility stuff.
Yeah,
than
you
my mum and dad
were
did.
definitely more interested in your husband.
I was interested in having an affair with his sister as well.
Let me have a go since I'm playing the nobility card at the moment. Let me have a try.
Okay, you can give it a go. Yeah, you do remember some things. The Roaring Horn family have been in Waterdeep for quite a while. They have quite a large villa home in the Northern Ward, which is the same place as the hat shop. They are famous for having parties.
That's legit.
Which literally, they have a party at pretty much any occasion that you can celebrate.
I dyed my hair. I shall celebrate. Time for a party.
They are
Damn, I stubbed my toe. Time for a party.
Okay, I'm going to give you this piece of information secretly, and it's up to you whether you share this.
Tappy tap tap tap.
They are secretly giants.
Ah, not far off.
They are all orcs.
Ah.
What?
I don't know.
Well, not far off. Apparently, if I remember right, they seem to be a family. I remember them being a family of tieflings. I remember a lot of tiefling blood in this family.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Time to ring Chupa.
Random facts. So yeah.
Random fact. Right. Before we're going in, I'm going to like druid craft myself like a big fucking overly fucking flamboyant flower.
Okay.
Going on.
Would you guys like to describe what your characters are wearing in audio
You've already
format for the people who are
right.
listening at home and don't have access to the Discords?
Kaylin doesn't wear a dress. There you go.
What does she wear?
She wears an ability suit like everyone else, and she has like a really long coat that she just puts on her shoulders.
So Talon has dressed up for the evening. He's wearing a long sleeved shirt with like a cravat and those frilly sleevey things, a black waistcoat with a frilly pattern on it, and a nobleman's cloak into which he has actually secreted some of his daggers.
Okay.
I am wearing a kind of like midnight purple suit and trousers with kind of like bottle green detailing on it. Like,
Okay.
some more like, finer details, and a bottle green waistcoat with a just nice white shirt. And like I said, druid crafted a beautiful like lily with like some other like leaves and things trailing down it to put in my top pocket. And I've still got my staff on me, which I'm just using as like a walking stick,
Yeah.
just in case.
I'm bringing my staff with me as well.
Chupa descends the stairs to come to the party with you guys, unarmed,
Surprisingly
for her, but she's taking the fancy dress side of things very seriously. She's got a long, flowing red ball gown on. It's got sequins down the sides and motifs.
It's actually holographic.
The sequin motifs are in the style of flames.
Ah, nice dress. It goes
Nice.
with your. It matches your skin.
And it does match her red skin. Luz comes down the stairs, similarly in not as long flowing gown,
Actually, Cinderella. She's like Cinderella. Boom. There you go.
but she's in a black flowing dress with white detailing around the top, and it flares out like the white detailing flares out down the back. It's got a fur lining around the top of the dress, and in the back, in a golden thread, there is an embroidery of Lathander's symbol.
Oh, okay.
very nice.
Very pretty.
And she's still trying not to look at Caleb.
Does anybody here want to make a... I don't really know what it would be, but some sort of a notice the dress check.
Perception, surely.
Yeah,
Perception?
go with perception.
Boom.
I don't know.
13.
18.
I'm trying to find it again. There we go.
So Kalen doesn't notice, but Fenthwick and Talon, you both notice that Luz's dress looks very similar to the outfit that Kalen is wearing.
Oh.
Are you lit?
But she's wearing a suit.
Are they wearing the?
They're not wearing the same outfits. They are
It's-
wearing
it's-
complementary
they match
outfits.
they go well with each other.
It's like the female counterpart to.
And apparently Ben is coming to the party in a bikini.
Oh yeah,
my god.
I forgot to mention. I'm not wearing the hat.
You're not wearing the hat.
Not that.
What did you get the hat for then?
The hat is for battle.
What do you think we're going to do at this party?
Not battle. I'm taking my staff and my totem as Joshin.
Well, I'm taking my staff anyway for any other kind of situations. But,
I'm taking a nobleman will carry a sword, so I'm also taking my rapier. One of
Okay.
my rapiers.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's gonna be like taken away.
I'm taking my shotgun.
I didn't even know you had
You
one.
don't have that anymore.
They take my rapier away, but they don't.
But hopefully they won't notice the daggers.
Yes.
Okay then.
The longbow is in a very uncomfortable place right now, so.
Technically, guys, you could easily be my bodyguards, and that's about it.
So you load up in a slightly run-down but fancy carriage that Kaelin's family puts on, and you head to the Roaring Horn, the High House of Roaring Horn, in the Northern Ward. It's one of the grandest residences in Waterdeep, and the party is in full swing as you arrive.
I hate parties.
It's like Grandmaster Flash pumping out the boot box.
What's
There
a
is-
beatbox?
There is the bardic equivalent of this. Technically, there's a full orchestra playing.
I'm not hearing any music, I must say.
Imagine it. It's theatre of the mind.
And then sandstorm happens.
You make your way inside, and the snooty butler at the door announces all of you.
I hate when he does that.
And you are now in the party.
Hey!
As I am announced and I enter, I use minor illusion to create like doves flying out of the side of me.
Silent doves flutter across the doorway as you enter, and just sort of
Really?
phase through the wall.
I don't think they disappear into sparks as they near
Fireworks.
the end of it.
Hello, Scar and Kitsune Reese.
Hello, guys!
Hello.
You've not missed too much yet, Scar.
You missed the shopping montage.
We were at a party.
We did stuff.
There is dancing. There is
Oh, there's dancing.
drinks to be had.
Can I do my usual thing?
What
Steal everything, not nail down.
pray tell would be your usual thing?
Still everything. Still, try to relieve the nobility of some of their lighten their purses. Put some money back into the economy.
Okay.
Got my purse right.
Fine.
Before you do this, there are drinks.
I'm already at the drinks bar, guys.
I remember what happened last time we were offered
There not be
drinks.
sorcerer's ale.
They
I
aren't.
am literally gasping for it for all like 3 years. I have not had a proper drink, so bye, guys.
There
Come
isn't.
Roll a D100.
There isn't sorceress ale, but there is.
Fuck for that.
There is, however, the bartender.
Wizard's brew.
The bartender informs you that the family, the head of the family, is somewhat of an alchemist
Oh
I
god.
see.
and has brewed something special for this party.
Kaelin, roll a D100.
Oh god, I want
Who would like a drink?
me.
I'm going to wait until I see other people drink.
Well,
Okay.
if you want, I can be like, the
The canary in the mine.
no, I'll just be the noodloos for you guys. Just you know.
The punching bag.
Yep.
Roll me a d10.
Fuck's sake.
A D10. Where do
If you just type into the chat window /roll d10, 1d10.
/
So /roll 1d10.
1D10. I'm gonna fail miserably.
I have a sneaking suspicion this won't be any sort of failure or success. It's just going to be what the fuck happens.
Pretty much.
Now.
You need a space in between the roll and the 1d10.
It's also the
It's
other slash.
The other slash.
So apparently-
and then
Pedantic
spacebar,
bastards.
1D10, and then give me. I'm not even doing this right. What's wrong with me? It's just not recognizing anything. It's like, nope. I suck.
Oh, that was a thing. Space Katsuni Reese has thrown in some bits. Thank you very much for the bits,
Ah.
Space Katsuni.
Yay!
So
I suck.
I can't type it.
Everyone is typing.
So you need to type that. I can't type.
Do you want me to do it?
I can't type the slash to show you what the
Can't
slash
escape
is.
it, can you? It's the one on your bottom row when you go. If you find the M on the bottom row, it's 3 to the right of M.
There we go.
Yay!
Woo!
Oh, I lost
did it,
the.
yay.
You explode.
After all that, nothing happens.
Oh,
Nothing happens.
This is going to be amusing.
Oh dear.
The clothes fall off.
No, come on, guys.
I'm just simply saying that this isn't be a fucking pattern.
Kalen, you swig back the drink, and you feel fine. You feel.
Everybody else.
You
Tell
feel.
me, what is the taste? Can I just make it up? It's gonna be amusing. That's
what
gonna
do
be
the rest of us?
exciting.
What do the rest of us see?
John's typing.
He's typing something.
Oh no! I start speaking in Elven.
Ah,
I just speak in Elven. I just kind of like. What's that?
John, see if it works. Tell us to say
So
something in
if you
Elven.
type /W
Space.
Elven, and then type out a message.
Okay then. What was it again?
So /W space
Slash. Elven.
Elven,
Okay.
and then type whatever message you want to say in Elven.
Well, that may have worked because we see nothing.
Does anybody else here speak Elven?
Nope.
Who else in the party speaks Elven?
I fear the only other person who speaks Elven is gone.
Ah, this might be a problem.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's Fenthwick. Fenthwick is.
I speak Gnomish.
John, check this out. It works, by the way.
It does work. Good. Yeah. No. I'm gonna pick another one because that sounds more fun.
Fenthwick just heard me respond in Elven.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm not going to try it.
So you speak Elven, Jeff.
I do speak Elven.
Cool. I'm not gonna pick another one then. Kalen, for the next however long you can't speak in common.
What?
So you can't speak common
I can't speak common at all, guys. I'm literally just speaking in Elven right now.
I just like your hovercraft is full of eels. What's a hovercraft? And why is it full of eels?
Jeff, do you want to translate what she said?
Yeah.
She said it's a horrible tasting drink. Don't have
No, I did not.
Yeah, you can't say that.
it.
I wouldn't know. I'm gonna go to the butler and I'm gonna ask for a glass of water.
Certainly, sir.
He comes back with my glass of water.
He returns with a glass of water and you drink it as normal water and everything's fine.
Thank
Roll a D10.
I'll put a lot
Turns out this particular bottled water is deadly to gnomes.
Why would it be in a bottle?
I don't know. These are fancy people. They have bottled everything.
I'm just reading this conversation that's happening, Sean, that you can't see.
And mooch around trying to find the roaring horn or like someone from the full drama going on, and I don't know what's going on.
You just hear us talking. You just hear us talking back and forth in Elven.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I'm just here, just gobbledygook. Who can
Chupa.
play at this game? I just start saying things in fucking gnomish.
Sean, Chupa, blushing deeply, which is impressive given that she already has red skin, comes up to you and asks if you'd like to dance.
I will accept. I accept we go dancing.
You take to the dance floor. Fancy moves.
I go up to Luz and ask for a dance.
But you can't understand you.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't understand a word you're saying.
You just walk up to her and just like hold out your hand in the traditional fashion.
You have to just like mime.
I kind of do like the bowing, like what males bow kind of thing. I just bow like, would you like a dance? But in my elven words.
She blushes deeply and accepts.
Hell yeah. And we're both dancing like period of both.
Just as we
Can I go back to?
Just as we enter the dance floor, as the world falls down from the Labyrinth soundtrack starts playing.
Pardon?
So yeah, Labyrinth. When she's in the bubble.
Oh, I was expecting something funny here actually, like Sophie Baxton, murder on the dance floor.
No, I'm going full fucking gentleman for this shit. Oh,
It can be murder on the dance floor if you want.
While you guys are dancing, Jeff, can you roll me a stealth roll? Actually,
Too late. Actually, sorry, what?
Yeah, no.
11.
You sneak off, and anybody with a higher passive perception than 11 in the party notice you leave.
I noticed him leave.
They're all busy dancing though.
Doesn't matter. I noticed you fucking leave.
Does anybody want to do anything about that?
I just presume he's going to do, and I leave him.
I just look at Jeff. Oh, not Jeff. I mean, I look at Talon and just like, go, do it. Go. Hold on, do it.
You my child.
So, Jeff,
Hello, yes.
you sneak out of the ballroom, and nobody seems to have noticed you leave.
That's good.
You creep through some well-lit corridors. There are doors on either side of the pathway.
Ooh,
At the end of this particular corridor, though, there's a turn to the left and you can't see down it. It's a 90-degree angle.
I go up against the wall and peek around the corner.
So the corridor ends about 30 feet down in a big, ornate, formal doorway.
Ooh, that looks interesting. I go to investigate said door.
It is locked.
I look around to see if anybody's nearby. Is anybody nearby?
No, you've got some fairly decent privacy with the turn in the corridor.
Cool. I will break out my lockpicking tools.
Okay, I will come back to you. And we are back with you guys.
Everyone's
Didn't do
dead,
it.
John. So
Yeah, it's just like loads of people just dead on the floor, and we're just me and Luz and Chupa and Fenwick just sitting there, standing there like just catching dance and stuff. I even fire on one of the guys. Almost
standing there like.
the particular piece of music that you're dancing to comes to an end, and the horn player plays a fanfare, and the snooty butler at the door announces the entrance of the snooty butler at the door announces the entrance of Lord Zelrun Roaringhorn.
Zelron.
Zelrun.
Zelron.
Zelruan. And in walks a fabulous tiefling. Blue-skinned, horns curl, a velvet blue, deep midnight blue, long coat, fabulous suit underneath it. Darlings, hello and welcome to my party. Oh yes, it's so lovely that you could come. And he looks around the dance floor and is addressing basically the entire room. It is great to be here again, and I see something I've not seen for a while. Oh my. Darlings, continue the party. I have business to attend to. And he comes down, sweeps down the stairway, and Jeff has started playing Tabletop Simulator.
It's like, fuck this, I'm off.
He sweeps down the stairway. His coat flares out behind him, and he crosses the dance floor and stops in front of you. He takes Chupa's hand, and before she can do anything, kisses the back of it, and then he takes Kaylin's hand, and assuming she doesn't do anything in a couple of seconds, he kisses the back of it.
I just roll my eyes like, ugh.
And he does similar to Luz, and he shakes your hand, Fenthwick.
You almost forgot.
I shake his hand.
And momentarily following him, you've seen similar before as a shield guardian.
Oh, those ones.
Darlings! Oh, it is fabulous. It has been so long since I've seen another tiefling at one of these events. And Kaelin, oh, you have been gone for so long. You must regale us with the story of where you've been. It'll be fabulous news.
I can't say anything. This Cassie's still speaking. So I just like speaking out and like, maybe another time. Right now we need your help or something. But it's like still Elven.
I don't understand what she's saying.
I'm afraid the only person who can translate is I think he's gone to powder his nose or something like that.
Oh my god.
Do you understand her? No? Oh,
Me? Unfortunately not.
What?
She obviously, as you well probably know, since you seem to be familiar with, she can speak common, but your your drink?
Oh, the grog of whimsy. Ah,
I'm just
yes.
yeah.
I'm very.
I'm just like poking at my neck, kind of thing. Like, can you sort this out, kind of thing. But
He-
I don't want to speak common anymore. I don't want to speak Elven anymore.
He spins around and pulls forth from his coat a vial of a liquid that shimmers in very similar fashion to the grog itself, and he hands you the vial.
Oh. I drink it.
Roll me another d10.
Alright, let's get this. Okay, hang on, let me get this right. Roll.
Your hair turns
Button.
purple.
10. Did I get this right? There we go.
Okay, your voice comes back to you, and you remember how to speak in common. And
that's so much better.
before you say anything, you have a sudden, vivid flash. You remember, in a past life, before Talon, before you were born as Talon, you lived another life.
Oh, jeez.
Another life out there somewhere, years ago, where you were a cat, owned by a great wizard. You were a wizard's familiar in a past life, and you've got a sudden flash of this, and then
I'm
you're
just in
back
shock.
you're back in the ballroom.
And now you're in the room. I'm just like shocked for a bit. I was like, I was a cat. I was a
I'm-
cat.
I-
I'm just literally like all like in like I'm like delusional right now. I was just like, oh, I was a cat.
Luz heads off to the bar to drink some normal alcohol.
I just turned as well around. I like your style.
Thank you. Now, why? Where have you
What?
been, Talon? Why are you here?
Hi!
Oh, shut up, Fenwick.
Where have you been?
It's a complicated. It's complicated to be on.
She was stoned.
She was.
Fenwick, you weren't there.
Tell
I
me
was
all
there when
about
you
it.
were a statue.
Yeah, you're the one who basically got me out. But
You were a statue.
Yeah, I found a ring and.
Oh, magical
it was-
rings. Never mess with
yeah.
those.
Definitely. So I decided to put it on, and then I just stoned. I was petrified. And,
And
no,
it's been years.
it was 3 years ago. What I've heard. So.
My.
Uh,
But you're back now. You're back in Waterdeep, where you belong.
not exactly where I belong. I prefer to go somewhere else to be.
Well, fine. You're back in the world of the living, and you can do whatever your heart desires. He smiles deeply. And I'm going to switch over to Jeff. Hello, Jeff.
Hello.
You started playing Tabletop Simulator, and I got confused.
That's alright. Yep, carry on.
So you're at the door. You're fiddling with it. Can you make me a check with your thieves' tools?
Check with my thieves' tools.
So that should
I'll
be
check my
a
thieves' tools.
dex check. Dex plus your proficiency bonus.
20.
So you stick the thieves' tools in the lock, and you fiddled around, and
It opens. Yay!
the lock gives way,
Woohoo!
and the door swings open.
Woo!
And you are greeted with a white marbled room.
Oh.
The floor is white and black, checked marble. The walls of the room are made of solid marble. The ceiling matches the floor. In the center of the
Ooh.
room is a single pillar,
Okay.
and on top of that pillar is it's a white statue of a hand with a ring on it.
Can I investigate the ring? Or
You
see what
can.
The ring is? investigate the ring.
It is a fabulous-looking ring with a ruby in the center and diamonds around the edge of the ruby.
Would I recognise it?
You don't. It looks very expensive.
Very tempted. Very tempted. Is there any sort of obvious ward around it?
Do you want to check it for traps?
I would like to check it with traps.
Make a perception check, I believe it is. You can see no obvious mechanical traps.
But I can't check for magic, obviously.
You have no ability to check it for magic.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try for it.
Okay. You remove the ring from the hand, and suddenly you start shrinking.
Okay.
The ring disappears from your hand,
Okay.
merges into your flesh,
That doesn't...
which you notice your outfit is similarly doing,
Okay.
and your bones are reshaping. You are getting smaller and smaller and smaller until you're about a foot off the ground.
Okay, what have I turned into?
You're a chicken.
Oh boy.
So for the moment, your game statistics count as those of a normal chicken,
Okay.
and you can speak. You can't speak common.
Okay.
You can speak chicken.
I can speak chicken.
You
I'm
still
going to...
you still have your own intelligence and memories, but
Mhm.
you can't you don't have the voice box to be able to speak common.
Okay.
You don't have your own strength, dex, or constitution. You have those of a chicken. You have the hit points of a chicken.
Mm-hmm.
For all intents and purposes, for the moment, you're a chicken.
Okay, I'm hanging on to that for the moment at the moment.
Yes. I'm going to leave you here for the moment,
Okay.
and I'm going to go.
Is this the same moment that I'm a chicken?
No, it's going to be a different moment. They're going to be overlapping moments.
Okay. See you back in a minute.
But I'll bring you back into the main room. What are you likely to stay in this room, or are you going to head back to the ballroom?
No, I'm thinking I'm going to stay in this one. I'm not going to head back into the ballroom.
Okay.
This naughty man has decided to join us.
Darlings!
Oh, gee! we're at the bar. We've just casually joined in.
We've kind of like ushered Zilran to the bar, and we're just slowly getting shit faced.
Darlings, do tell me, why are you here?
As he suddenly ages 100 years in front of your very eyes.
Oh, gee,
Uh,
God.
He is, for all intents and purposes, he appears, his appearance,
Yours looks like Dracula.
he appears to be about 30.
Oh, same age as Talon.
Oh, just a young whippersnapper then.
Pretty much.
In comparison.
Well, my mother decided to give me the invitation, and since I've come back, she wanted me to get back into meet everyone else again, reunite with friends and things.
And
She
so
wanted
you
me to
brought
come
your
on
new
her
friend.
behalf as well. Yeah, they're with me. Plus they're my bodyguards, so just in case.
Well, it's
anything
always
else
good to
happens
have a
me.
bodyguard. Obviously, I've got mine with me at all times.
Yes,
He gestures
yes,
to the giant statue that stood behind him, holding a beer.
That's quite of a big guy there.
He's not really a guy, he's a construct.
Except, I see. Where can I get one?
I mean, I'm a bit of a dabbler in magics, so, you know,
Yeah, you are quite of a good alchemist.
I mean, the grog, it's meant to have a random effect. It's not meant to be entirely stable.
Yes, I've just lost my. I've forgotten how to speak common for that drink.
And then thought you were a cat.
Well, the other drink did that to me, actually.
Anyway, Mr. Zelran, Mr. Roaring Horn,
Yes. Yes.
we do actually have another bit of
I
business.
mean, technically, it's Lord Roaring Horn.
I do apologise, Lord.
But I'm not one usually to step on, manners and such like.
That's fine, but we do have a question. We when we were at Bryn Shandar before we met,
Yes, terribly frigid place.
it is very cold. We met with a man called Sirac of Suzail.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Who is the son of Artasimba.
Ah, yes.
And he said, because we got into, there was a bit of an issue concerning frost giants up in Bryn Shandar, and they were
terrible.
seeking. Yes, very. And they were seeking Artasimba, and we were informed by Sirac that you may have an idea of where he possibly might be, or where he was headed, or something. He wasn't sure about
any kind of information that will be very.
Which is any information you can provide, really.
Yes, definitely.
About him.
This is a very important mission we are on at the moment, and we must know what.
Well,
I'm sure. I mean, surely a man of your station must have heard of some of the problems going on around the countryside.
I've heard some of the situation. Yes, it's hardly escaped our notice.
Yes,
I'm afraid. I'm afraid, quite honestly, that I have absolutely no idea where Artis is. Myself and some of my friends have attempted to use magics to find where he's gone. He's disappeared.
Can you tell us what's
the magics just aren't working. We can't.
Can you tell us what?
Find him.
Can you tell us what actually happened? Like, where do you think he might have gone?
I have no idea. He's quite the free spirit. His artist. He's.
Do you not know any kind of special places that he was in? Does he have like a place where? Does he have a house that lives nearby?
No, he doesn't. As far as I know, he's never really had a firm abode. He's never been the sort to settle down. He likes to move and be free. And
when's the last time you saw him then?
Several years ago.
Did he say anything that you may think he might have left? Was it any kind of important words, like anything that might be suspicious of where he might have gone?
I'm afraid that nothing I could possibly share with you.
So we're aware that he holds, like I look around, he holds the
yes.
But is that a motorbike goes screaming past as we
awfully loud.
Yeah. So it's like, because you said you've tried to use, I presume, some sort of divination magic to.
Well, yes, obviously not myself personally, but
yes, but people in the circles you frequent.
Yes.
Is it possible that this ring protects him from such magics?
I suppose it probably is that. It's his.
I mean, it's a pretty.
It's his blessing and his curse, I guess.
Pretty important item, obviously, but
that would explain how his how the giants have not been able to find him, but found his. Did you say Sirac?
Yes, it's his son, I believe. He said.
Yes.
Which,
yes.
if they're trying to track a bloodline instead of him personally,
they've hit the wrong target. Yes.
The wrong branch of the tree.
I'm afraid afraid I'm unable to. This is a dead end for you, I'm afraid. But you are right. You do have quite the task ahead of you, and I feel honor bound to aid you in any way I can. And well, as you know, I'm something of an alchemist, so I can offer you some brew. I can offer you some potions.
Mhm.
That'd be interesting.
Come with me, and we'll. I don't have much
I'm
prepared
starting
at the
to have-
moment, but
I feel like I'm starting
anything-
to feel a high suspicion about this guy, to be quite honest. I'm now starting to feel a bit like he's onto something. And the way how he just asked that question, like, "What are you here for?" Can I like do? Like,
you can make an insight check.
Yes, I will. I've only got like 1 on this, so I'm gonna be like, 8.
I'll also make an insight check because it is
Yeah,
like
please.
he's
Okay.
very interested, but I'm not going to do much better. Probably. Alternatively, I know his blood type, his mother's maiden name, and his social. But
So, Tanny,
Yep.
he's telling you the truth.
Okay.
As far as you are concerned, everything he said
It's
is
true.
telling you the truth.